Hey guys, so I decided to do this speedrun challenge video because I've noticed a lot of people complaining, straight up complaining, and asking a lot of questions about this event recently. So some people are just saying to just use your purple teams to do every single one of these, and you technically can, but you don't actually have to. But if you're the type of player that literally put every single level for resonance to purple and left every single other color at level 1, yeah, you have no choice but to do the whole purple thing. As many players are like to do that. But if you have a more leveled up heroes in general, you can try out other teams, and I'm going to show you a few of those, and at least give you some good ideas of how to. So the first one, green one, Forbidden Zone. Part of the resting. Use the recommended heroes to trigger Blessing to reduce the difficulty. Blessing when allies are healed by a hero skill, not including lifesteal or Naya healing stones. Converts 5 Naya stones to the color of the leftmost hero. Also deals damage equal to 400% of attack to all enemies and increases the attack of all heroes by 20%. This is stackable, by the way. So remember this part of healed. Heal means that you have to wait a few turns for the enemy to actually hit your heroes, and them actually losing life, and then you heal. And you only need to heal one hero, by the way. Because if you just heal with every single hero in your team that is full of life, that's not healing. So to get the blessing here, you have to have the enemies attack you a few times. So the team that I went with here that worked best for me was the Volos team. This is the team that I use. But the main thing is that you have to have your healer up and save it and wait for these guys to hit at least one of your heroes. Activate it, and that way everybody gets the actual boost. So Alden here starts to go off a bunch of times, and and Searcher is gonna buff him, and also buff Thao. Thao, I specifically decided to use Thao because I have his weapon at +3. So in that situation, to me, he is very useful. If you have the weapon at +1, it can be useful here as well, because you only need +1 for him. But you can actually use other heroes. They're red, for example. You can use Thor. You can use this guy over here, Sigmund. Pearl is an amazing option too, though Pearl and Sigmund only do single target. I think it's more recommended to do more AoE in this situation, so probably Thor is a better option here. But since he holds the whip so well and he goes off so much for Thao here, I decided to go with him in this situation. And if you don't have Bolos or Alden, you can just try to do the usual red team, and it does perform well, but it won't perform like incredibly powerful and all that. But no matter what team you use in red, because red has a lot of good options for attack, you have to have a good healer. It could be this girl over here. She can be your healer if you like. I don't recommend bringing blue heroes here versus a green team. It doesn't matter if the devs recommended that or not. But let me show you how my Volos team actually works here. Where are you, Alden? Here we go. And Volos, here we go. So that's pretty much it. Let me show you real quick here. I am going to do this fast. Alright, we can start doing this. Please, someone attack me. Here we go. I think that's enough. So I'm going to do it a little bit slow. Let's check out how the actual blessing comes up. See, that's the blessing. You get extra stones and all that. So you can turn on this guy one more time to get the reds, and then you can naturally do this again if you like. But after that, you just start activating Alden over and over again. So I'm gonna do it again, but this time faster, without explanations. Alright. Let's go. It's good to target the... I still see, remember that I haven't received any damage, so I'm gonna wait for another turn here. Okay, now I activate her. Activate stones. And just start all in straight off the bat. And keep tapping and keep tapping in without any fear here. The main thing here is to actually get these guys at the end here. And boom. And that's how you kill them pretty much. And if I didn't do the stops that I did to explain things, I would have gotten a naturally higher score there. As you already saw how much I got, like 90k. So for the next one is Power of Thunder. This one, a lot of people have been complaining, and it's for obvious reasons, because they put actually Mary here as a shield breaker. She's not exactly a shield breaker, but if you keep doing a lot of damage over and over with your purple team, it will get to a point that she does break the shields, and when the shields break, the enemies in the back die. So here, the main thing is that these guys go off every single turn. They're gonna get shields. So if you don't break the shields, it's gonna have a lot of trouble. So use the recommending heroes. After breaking the enemy shields, converts 5 Nadia stones to the color of the leftmost hero. Increases the attack of all heroes by 40% stackable. That is amazing. So the star hero for this event is definitely Alpha, because the moment that Alpha breaks the shields, it pretty much fills out the board with purple stones, which is amazing to see. Loki is okay. He's like a secondary hero to help you in the end kill the 2 Lupitas in the back, but he's not gonna break any shields, sadly. So this team that I actually use, let me see if I can give her a better weapon here. I think just because of the stacks of level 80 this weapon, I think it's best for her. And I'm going to give her, I like for this type of events, this weapon here. This is probably the best weapon you can actually do for these types of events. It's going to give so much damage to these guys. But the other option that you can actually use is Guardian Tower over here. Here we go. Guardian Tower is an amazing weapon for these events as well. Alright, let's go. So the main thing here is after you connect your stones, you have to target this guy over here, but I didn't get all the mana, so I'm just going to start all over again. Remember that these types of events, if you want to do them quickly as much as possible, at least the ones that are before the last one, you have to make sure to get a good board in the very beginning. This looks pretty nice. Actually, it does not, but let's do it anyway. Alright. Really quickly, you keep tapping, and you do it again. And then he's gonna get it again, and this is gonna go. Alright. They went off. So this run is not really looking very good, but we're just displaying stuff here. So you do it like this, and sooner or later they'll die like this. And boom. See? So that's pretty much how they usually die. If it were perfect, you're gonna do it over and over and over, and you're gonna get a higher score than this for sure. When it actually goes. So the next one is Shadow Hunt. So this one is actually interesting, but super simple. Blessing. For every 5 times a hero gets a shield, converts 5 Nadia stones to the color of the leftmost hero, and increases the attack of all heroes by 40% stackable. It triggers up to 2% per turn. So for this event, this guy here is actually the best. Lorenzo. I was supposed to get Alonso. Lorenzo is absolutely crazy for this event, because yellows just go off and everybody gets powerful. It's pretty crazy stuff. Midas is pretty good for this as well. He is a fast hero, and everybody's going to get a lot of stones, so he's gonna get shields to everybody all the time. Claqueta here is not exactly good, because he's gonna have only 3 heroes here for shields. So if you got Lorenzo, you have this in the bag pretty much. This is probably the easiest ones if you have Lorenzo, sadly. But Midas can be a good one. Let me see. I think I can try with Midas. Let's see. You can do it like this and switch your weapon here. But I like to switch the weapon to 1 for mana, for example. You can do that. But I really like to use, let's see, Agatha here. Where is that one? Oh, so many of these, damn. I'll just give him this one, that's fine. So I like to do Agatha because Agatha actually gives the buff to every single, well, these hero, which are the main ones for damage here. So the main thing you have to focus is you have to target Idritha here and try to kill her as soon as possible, because she goes down, these 2 heroes are going to be like piece of cake. So that's the main thing you have to focus on. And with the shields, she won't be doing too much damage. Alright. So let me see if I can do a good connection here. Oh yeah, this is a good one. When you do so many connections, you actually lose a lot of time with this. That's pretty much it. You just target and you start shooting everywhere. So you're pretty fast here. And boom. Boom boom. Yellow is so fun to actually play with this for sure. There's probably a better way to actually do this, but for me that's the one that I actually saw here. So Lord of Flames, this one is actually tricky. I'm gonna explain why. Alright, for I think somebody said that it says Idritha. It doesn't say Idritha, maybe they changed it. Anyway, Blessing for every 40 Naga Stones match converts 5 Naga Stones to the color of the leftmost hero and increases the normal attack of all heroes by 35% stackable. Normal attack is stone damage, believe it. So, when you think that the stackables, maybe stone damage does is better here, but actually straight up damage heroes is actually better. You could definitely try to do this with purple, but I tried with blue and it worked better for me, so I went with blue. So the tricky thing about this is that you have to make Searcher go off so she can get the buff, and after she gets the buff you dispel her with Palmyra, and once you dispel her with Palmyra, that's when you actually get the buff and the stones to actually keep going. But I just go off and just try to store Searcher as soon as possible. Let me see here. Let me change the weapon here to, there we go. Probably yeah, let's give him the whip this time. Alright, let's go. So remember that we have to actually target Searcher here. That's the main thing of this one. Because if Searcher is still alive, everybody else is gonna continue to live here. So that's not gonna be very... Yeah, this time we didn't actually activate her, sadly. So now we do it. Boom and boom. That's all she wrote, see? It's at 91,400. Even though that was like a slow start, we still got a really nice score just because we actually got that extra buff there. Yeah, very nice. So, and this is the one that I like the most, if you can believe it. Some people have been complaining a lot about this one, and this is actually pretty fun to actually play, and I'm going to show you. Alright, Blessing. When hero skill deals damage to a weaker element 20 times. Whoa, that is impressive. Converts 5 Naga Stones into color of the leftmost hero. Increases the skill damage of all heroes by 30%. And I'm gonna show you how to actually squeeze in as much damage as you can in this one, because I've been testing a lot. This one is pretty fun. So believe it or not, the best hero here is this girl over here, Ophelia. For some reason, she does insane amounts of damage here. It's not even funny. For some reason, she is the queen of this stage. So if you have her, definitely use her for this over here. And definitely, Chloe, as usual, she is incredible. She's amazing. You can't leave. playing green without her is yeah, it's a no-no. You have to get her. And I'm gonna show you a team here. This is the actual team that I found as the best, if you can believe it or not. And the reason is this girl over here actually pushes you even further, because since she does 3 hits, she's gonna add additional blessings to your team. Because between the other options that you have for green doesn't have a lot of multi-target here. Not a lot. Some people are saying that Gardor is good, but no, it's in my opinion, he's not very good here. Felia and Lena here is pretty amazing. So the main thing here is to try to do as many multi-targets as possible, and Malfoy is going to help out with that as well. And I'm going to go full crit here. Let me see, not the target one. Let me get the left steel one here. And attack for you. Where are you? That is probably Thor is grabbing it. Where are you, Thor? Here we go. This is the one with the attack. And actually, what I actually did was this. Where are you? And I gave Chloe her own weapon. And Felia, I gave her Aurelia's weapon. So yeah, Aurelia's weapon is the best weapon for this event for sure, guys. So the main thing here is trying to activate Miranda, then Chloe, and then everybody else, pretty much. Because Chloe goes off at +5, she's going to give crit and crit damage to Felia. It doesn't really matter here. I could switch it for Lena here. Actually, we're going to try that, why not? Lena and these two are going to get the buff here. But the main thing is that so many multi-targets are going to go off that a bunch of stones are going to come up. And the objective is to kill Fiona here. Because Fiona, if you don't target her, she's going to be the last one alive with very little life. And that's going to take you so much time to kill. So that's the objective here for sure. Alright, I'm going to show you now. Alright, targeting Fiona. Here we go. Check this out. Look at that. That is amazing. The entire board pretty much is green here. So one more time. This time with these two heroes. Oh, and that's all she wrote. See? That's it. It's pretty crazy stuff. That's the actual best way that I found to actually. And look at the 6 million from Philly. That is insane, guys. Pretty much bonkers damage there. I'd have no idea why Felia does so much damage in this, but she does. She does. Pretty crazy. Probably the weapon. Well, yeah, Aurelia's weapon is pretty insane. It gives her like almost 100 because it actually stacks. So here, if you don't have one of these heroes, like for example, if you don't have Felia, you are going to be forced to use other heroes. Cathpath is single target. Let's see, you're gonna have to use Gardor. Gardor is gonna give a little bit of boost, but it's not gonna be too crazy. Mallory, you can use her, but the problem is that when she goes off, Mallory is this one, by the way. She goes off, everything slows down so much. It's going to cause you a lot of problems. But if you don't have better options, you can do Mallory, and you will be able to complete the stage here for sure. All right, and that's pretty much it. If you have any more questions and anything else that you would like to know, leave a comment in the bottom of the video, and I'll gladly answer any questions you have. Alright, thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.